Yeah, it's always a delight to be able to get on the water in the boat, and it's a fun ride, even if you don't go fishing. So I took my friends and kids out for fishing outside of Sandy Point State Park, and we almost got stranded on the sea. And as I will, show you in a minute. And this is we see a boat crossing in front of us, so it's very nice, and the surface is like a glass, super flat, no wave, other than the wave created by the boat traffic nearby. Otherwise you can see the surface is no wave whatsoever. It's just so calm that morning, and we really had a great time before this happened. So the all of a sudden, as we were approaching the lighthouse, the Yamaha 70 horsepower motor broke down. And I was really surprised because it's a 2019, very new, relatively low hours, Yamaha outboard motor. So I was surprised, and I did the oil change and everything, the regular maintenance. So I was just surprised how it broke down. When I tried to turn the key and crank the key, and it was dead silent, no clicking sound. So I knew something wrong with the battery. And my lead battery is probably 3 seasons or 4 seasons old. Time flies. Anyway, so I quickly switch out the old lead battery and replaced it with my 100 hours lead battery that I use for my fish finder. So long story short, after I put on the new lithium battery, sure enough, I start the motor, and with only one crank turn of the key, and I was able to start the engine. And the lithium battery performed beautifully for the rest of the day and also the trip. So the lithium battery saved the day and also the fishing trip. And we had a great day that day when we were out in Sandy Point State Park, despite the fact we didn't catch any striped bass, but we did catch some spot fish as well as croakers. Even though the croakers were undersized, the Maryland size limit for croaker to keep is 9 inch, minimum of 9 inches. So we didn't get to keep any fish for dinner. But overall, it was a very great fishing and boating trip as always, and the weather was nice. And as you can see here, we continue our trip to the lighthouse, and we had some great pictures and memory of the lighthouse. And we circle around the lighthouse, and then we continue to go fishing the rest of the day. And it was a fun day. And luckily, I didn't have to call Dobo US in order to be towed back to the ramp. And then, the whole fishing trip and day is ruined. So, pretty happy about that. So, see you on the water. And always stay safe and play safe. So here we continue to drive to the lighthouse, and when we get to the lighthouse, I took some great pictures of the lighthouse, as you can see here. And I thought there were solar panels on the lighthouse, but I didn't quite see the solar panel. Maybe I was just not missing. But as you can see here, there is a big tanker passing beyond the lighthouse, and that was a zoom in view, and this is a regular